Hi everyone, my name is Barb Cook. I'm the creator of the Piece of Cake expense and revenue tracking tools. Today I'm going to briefly talk to you about these tools and what they can do for you as a small business owner. There are two sets of different kinds of tools that I've created. They're the Piece of Cake expense and revenue tracking tools, as well as the Profit per Property Tracker. Anything that falls under Piece of Cake is for a small business owner who's in direct sales, maybe a small corporation, somebody who just runs a small business on the side, etc. The Profit per Property Tracker is for real estate agents and people who own multiple properties to be able to do the same thing, track their expenses and revenues, but track them on a per property basis. There are three reasons why I wanted to create this video today, and there are three questions that I want to answer. The first one is, what are the tools? The second is, why did I create them, and why should you use them? And the third thing is, how can they help you? That's me there on the left on a beach in Donegal, Ireland, just in case you are wondering. So what are the tools? They're simple to use tools to track expenses and revenues. Simple. That's all that they are. They're to help small business owners keep track of their profit and loss and to determine whether or not they're making money. Why did I create the tools? Well, to help small business owners look after the financial side of business with ease and confidence. Let's face it, we don't go into business as small business owners because we love bookkeeping. Typically, we have to do our bookkeeping because it's a necessary evil of running a small business. And I don't know very many people who like it. I know I certainly dread it every month, and I'm the one who's created some of the tools that can help you. You may be wondering why I created the tool in the first place. The summer of 2016, my neighbor, Mandy, came over, and she was telling me that she was in direct sales and that she was having a heck of a time keeping track of her expense and revenue. So much so that she had hired a bookkeeper that she was paying upwards of $200 a month to look after her expenses and to be able to keep track for her. Well, there were two problems with this. Number one, $200 a month is expensive. And number two, even though she did submit her expenses to a bookkeeping service, oftentimes they would have to call her to get clarification on what an expense actually was and who was involved, etc. So she wasn't really saving all that much time, and she had the privilege of paying extra money every month out of her pocket. So I told her I could probably create something for you that would help in this area where you would be in control and where you could track your own expenses and revenue. So we created it, and she started using it, and her comment back to me was, for the first time in 8 years, I actually feel confident that the information that I'm providing to Revenue Canada is actually correct because I'm entering it myself and I know what the expenses were actually for. The other why that you might be asking yourself is, okay, so I'm a new business owner and I'm not even sure if I'm making money. I think all of us have been there. We think, well, I did a lot of business last month. Did I actually come out ahead? I hope so, but I'm not really sure. Well, this tool will allow you to see that picture. So you'll be able to enter your information at your leisure whenever you want to, and you'll be able to say, okay, in the month of January, I spent $200 overall in expenses, and I actually earned $300, so I came out on the plus side. Or you might be on the opposite side. Maybe the month resulted in a loss. And then when that happens, and at the end of the year, so your business operated at a loss, and you might be thinking, why in the world would I have to worry about it claiming anything or putting anything on my taxes because I actually lost money in the business? Well, this can actually work to your advantage. Many small business owners start small businesses on the side. If you're like a lot of us, you might maintain your full-time job or another source of income, and you start to do your small business on the side. And typically, small businesses don't earn a lot of money in the first few years that they're in business and often operate at a loss. And that shouldn't be discouraging because that's the normal way things often go. But what you can do in this situation is if, for example, you lost money in the first year or the second year, and you kept accurate track of your expenses, then you can deduct that loss from your actual personal income. So for example, if you lost $2,000 in 2017 because you went to lots of trade shows and it cost you lots of money to enter them, but you didn't sell quite as much product as you had hoped, and you're in the red in your business, $2,000, typically you can deduct that from your personal income. Now, you may have to speak to an accountant to get more details about that, or you can look at the CRA website, or you can contact CRA and they'll help you. But there are advantages to keeping track of your expenses, and you definitely should keep track of them. And it is really empowering to know, am I earning money on a month-by-month basis, or a quarterly basis, or even an annual basis? So those are just a few of the reasons why I created them and why you should use a tool like this. The other reason that this tool is the why you should use this particular tool is because it's easy. I've created it so that you can use your own copy of Excel, and you have to have very basic Excel skills. You enter the data on your own, you enter it when you want to, and you create a financial picture for yourself at any point in time. So those are the few reasons of why I created this tool. And how can this tool make you feel? It can make you feel confident knowing that you are in control. So you enter the data when you have the time to enter the data, or when you feel like, I need to know year over year, am I making money in January or February or in the first quarter or overall? And if I'm not, what can I do to improve that? The information that you get provided in the summaries will tell you, I'm spending a lot of money on, for example, on advertising. Maybe I need to cut back on that so that I can lower that expense. These tools will allow you to see where you're spending money and where you're earning money, and month over month, whether or not you're profitable. So the tools hopefully will make you feel more confident and knowing that you're in control. So that's all I have for you today. Again, this is Barb Cook from the Piece of Cake Expense and Revenue Tracking Tools. I did create them. You can reach me if you have any specific questions at cook.barb@gmail.com or at pieceofcaketools.ca. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day.